Good.
Did you get away from football, or did you?
A little bit. Did get away, yeah. Caught some 7th grade CYO basketball. I did.
Hey, is there any update on, that said was in concussion the last we talked to you?
Still in protocol. Jeff Swayman and Sed are both in protocol, and we'll see how they come out of it the next few days.
Okay.
Nothing new. Nothing to update.
Right way?
Yeah, again, with all those things, we're going to continue to listen to the doctors.
Jermaine to continue to be your left tackle?
I think let's get through the week and see, but he's doing a nice job.
With Jed, I know he's been able to practice some, but hasn't been up the last couple of weeks. Is he?
He's trying. It just, he's going to keep doing everything he can to try to make it to the games. Just not ready yet.
Sign that he's at least able to practice?
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. It's like all these injuries. You have to treat the symptoms, treat how the guy feels, and he is doing everything he can. It's just it's not responding just yet, but hopeful that it does.
In the time span, do you think the prospects look good of him being able to play?
I think any time you have extra days, it helps dealing with any injuries, but you have to treat the injury.
Frustrating is it for him, just this knee keeps acting up right now?
Yeah, I think any player, when you're going through this, you want to get out there on the field, you want to help the team, but you just have to do everything in your power to get out there. But of course, it's frustrating for sure for these guys.
He's had some ups and downs, but it seemed like he played pretty well in that.
He did. Yeah, I thought all the safeties played well, tackled well, but Juan in particular I thought was good.
Opportunities and his numbers are way up. How much of that is by design, and how much of that is just him and Jameis clicking and flow of play?
I hope some of it's by design, Zach. Yeah, I think Jerry, we know his skill set. He's done a nice job. I mean, he's catching short throws, turning them into long gains. He's catching balls down the field, so he's doing a nice job. He also has made a lot of plays in scramble drill since we've had him, and I think he has an ability to shake open. He's done a nice job.
He's really done a nice job of spreading the ball around. What does that do for the confidence and of the guys running the routes that they know that he's going to get them the ball?
I think you're always trying to spread the ball around. You want your running backs catching the ball, tight ends, wide receivers, and I think it makes life a little bit more difficult in the defense when you can get 5 guys out and they have to account for every guy. Obviously, as you know, guys like catching the football, so it helps when everybody's involved and touching it, that type of thing. But I've heard once or twice that, I'm open. Talk to Dave Njoku. He's apparently always open. But that's part of it. Yeah, you do want to spread it around.
You've only taken the Browns to Denver one time so far in your career here, but historically it's been one of the toughest places for this franchise to win at. Why do you? I'm sure it's like that for a lot of East Coast teams. But what's the?
Well, I would tell you, I don't put much stock in history there. I think it's a tough place to play, regardless for any team that goes in there. We went in there last year and did not win, so it's a good football team. It's like all these tough environments that it's hard to win on the road. So our focus obviously is going to be playing good football to put ourselves in position to get a win.
Unique about Denver as opposed to somewhere else on the West Coast?
Are you trying to get me to say altitude? Yeah, I mean, it's something you talk about as a team, but it's like any element, whether snow or wind, rain. It's like the elements, you deal with it.
You look at it, you see Bo Nix. How have you seen him just grow since his time there as a starter?
He's doing a nice job. He's a good young player. Played a lot of football in college. You see that he's makes smart decisions with the football. He's a good player.
Are you going Saturday or Sunday to Denver?
We're going out Saturday, 2-day trip. We did this for a couple trips previously. Just get out there for a couple days.
Just getting into breaking down Denver, but going back to Knicks and the amount of time he's spent like a decade in college, it seems like. Where does that benefit a player like him most, especially a quarterback?
I think just in general, it's like reps. It's getting another turn at it. You look at quarterbacks, a lot of times you look at games started when you're talking about college quarterbacks and part of your evaluation. So that's certainly something that I think he utilizes to his advantage and just experience and seeing different things.
Few games now with Isaiah McGuire getting more snaps. Just what have you seen from him? And I mean, does it speak to what he's shown you guys that he's in on the last play like that?
We trust Isaiah. There's a bunch of guys that played really well in that game that are quote unquote backups. Whether Isaiah starts the first play or not, he's an integral part of that front. So we trust our guys when they're out there.
To struggle in that game, do you attribute a lot of that to the elements, or what was kind of going on with him?
I wouldn't. I think all the guys certainly had to deal with the elements, but I don't think there's any big thing that made him not have as many catches. He drops the easy one, catches the hard one, which I can't explain that. But I don't think there's anything particular.
Have you seen him kind of handle what feels like a difficult year? He had the calf early and then splitting time with Ronnie now.
Yeah, Juan's a pro. Wants to do anything he can to help the team. But he's works very hard.
And Charlie Hewitt.
No update.
I know we asked you a little bit about this after the game, but for Nick to be able to convert on 4th and 1, to score some touchdowns, and just to have some short yardage success like that.
Yeah, short yardage success is really important to stay on the football field. We had that 4th and 1 early in the game where he got it. We had another, I think it was 4th and 1, where we handed the ball to Nick. So got hard yards and short yardage, hard yards down there in the goal line. So that was those were very big plays in the course of the game to be able to stay on the field.
The team's talked so much throughout the year about like just getting one and trying to use that to then turn into a little bit of a run. You guys obviously haven't had a win streak yet this season. How can you try to take what you guys did on Thursday and turn that into something where you can maybe build some momentum?
Obviously, it's important to stack wins, but I think it goes back to just playing complementary football. It's our defense doing its job, special teams doing their job, offense doing their job. That allows you to be in position late in games to try and go get a win.
You had a chance to actually see the George Pickens, Greg Newsome little melee there. What are your thoughts on that, and is that something that you guys might draw the attention?
Yeah, I don't really have a comment, Mary Kay, on that. Okay, thanks, guys.